Chad, it's good to see you here, friend. It's been quite a long time since we've seen each other.
Yeah, it has been.
I was trying to think of the last time, and I was thinking it was I think it was maybe like Settlers Days before COVID or something.
Yeah, maybe, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of when the last big Marengo, Harvard, Capron, Chemung gathering was at.
Yeah, shit, it's been
maybe one of Dave York's parties.
It's possible.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a long time. I know that, and I was just trying to remember the last time, but
right,
it's no big deal. But anyway, we brought you in here today, and you volunteered to come in, and first of all, to have a couple of cold beverages with me, appreciate that. And then because you work for Curran.
Yeah. Yep.
And Curran is a big asphalt, dirt.
Yeah, they're asphalt, dirt. Yeah, remove. I mean, one point. I mean, back in the day. I mean, they were getting ready to close the doors. I mean,
really, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, we had that gravel pit in Crystal Lake off of. I think it was Pyatt Road. And we had that big plant there, and they had to sell it. Donnie Mueller ended up buying that where his new building's at. And then, at the time, my brother's been there 15 years. I think it was his second or third year back in the day. And, back in, I want to say it was 2007 or 2008, they were... they were getting ready to, they had to take a bunch of guys back to the plant. Tell them they didn't have any jobs, from what I understand. But times have changed throughout the years. I worked there actually in 2017 too, for a couple months. My brother did the Rockford Hospital out there off of Riverside.
Yeah, so, I know which one you're talking about over there.
Yeah, I worked there for a couple months, and then he told me it was only temporary, but, I was doing some odds and ends, working for cash. I was on unemployment. Unemployment, bounced around from a few jobs here and there, and a couple years ago, and, Curran ended up buying this dirt company down south called J. Blocker, which is, I don't know, they're pretty big. I mean, they're out of Oswego, Ottawa area, Joliet. I mean, they had 50, 60 guys, but they had a lot of waste management accounts, so they digged a lot of cells, moved a lot of dirt.
So they were making like landfills and stuff?
Yeah, they dug holes at landfills for garbages, and then they do a lot of dirt work, subdivisions, scraper work.
Wow. That's all that stuff over there is just, when you start talking about landfills and things like that, it's just an amazing what engineering has to go in to build those things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got a crew at DeKalb right now. We got a crew on Layaway Road out in Joliet. We're supposed to go back to Orchard Hills up in Rockford. But, I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but when I started out is, one of the dispatchers in DeKalb, out of DeKalb, is good buddies with my brother, and they were looking for drivers once they bought the company and merged, and they're digging a cell out in DeKalb, which was probably about 1 million yards. They're running about 24 trucks, 3 excavators, a couple dozers, so...
1 million yards?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah. That is a lot of friggin' dirt.
Yeah, we actually had another one of those jobs at Elburn this year at Lafarge, and we started... They started in February, running 8 trucks and 2 excavators, and they kept them busy working 60 hours a week. I mean, rain depending, and they just got done there about 4 weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago.
So how long did that project take?
It's October, so September. I'm 6 months, I want to say. You're running 8 trucks. I think they had 12 at one point, but... Yeah, working 5/10s and 1/8, and for a while there was a big drought. So I was there for a little bit, and I got shipped off to another job in DeKalb. But I think one of the excavator guys over there, shoot the shit. He said they think they had 8 weeks without a rain day. So they worked eight straight 60-hour weeks.
Wow. Well, I mean, good for them,
Yeah,
right?
it's good.
You're banking some dollars at that point.
Yep.
What do they do with? Do you know where all that dirt ends up going? I mean, because obviously they got to move it out and put it somewhere.
Yeah, it depends on what the employer wants to, or the customer wants to do. A lot of it they stockpile it. I mean, if they find a in Elburn, Lafarge and Elburn's pretty big for Reed Road. I think it's Reed Road off of 47, but we're just filling a bunch of holes, and we're putting some of it they use for cover dirt. The landfill we would strip it and then we would use it for cover dirt after they put down, because they put all the garbage in and then they put all the gas liner in, and then you put the dirt over and all the fumes. It disintegrates the garbage somehow.
Okay, so after the landfill gets to a certain height or all the way full or whatever the case may be, then they bring this dirt in.
Yes.
And put it over the top of that to cover it up nice.
Yeah, well, they got to have a liner crew come in first. They get a liner crew set up, then they hook up all the gas, and then we cover it.
You guys cover it.
Yeah. Well, we bring haul trucks in, and then they mark all the gas where you can't hit, and then we end up covering it.
So what do you mean? Sorry, I'm.
Yeah, no worries.
So obviously they got this layer in there. You bring all your garbage in. So when you mean gas lines, what do you mean by that?
I'm not 100% sure, but they hook up all this gas fumes that that it burns. It burns the garbage. And it's I don't know if you ever been to a landfill that's been one hill's completely done, but it's all grass stocked on top, all the garbage in layers, and there's I want to say these gas
tubes or something like that
out of the ground, and then they'll be torching all day, they'll be spitting water out. So
gotcha. Now that's making more sense. I was thinking gas lines. I'm like, well, wait a minute, they're not running LP through.
No, not exactly. No, not at all.
Sorry, that's the idiot coming out into there.
No, it's all right. But I started in DeKalb. I was there for a couple weeks. I mean, I think they had about, I don't know, 20 drivers at the time, and and then my brother started a project at Baxter Road, which is Amazon. And
that's a big building down there.
Yeah, it was 21. Wow. So I started about May 7th, and then I was there for a couple weeks, and then they shot me over to Baxter Road, and then I was over there for a while. We were running 4 trucks. We had to dig a pond, and then we had to move 450,000 yards. In about 2 months, we moved that 4 trucks, and then we were digging a pond. We had to dig a pond for them, and then we were bringing the dirt up on the, for the building pad, and then they'd be They would be constantly liming it, lime stabilization.
Yeah, like Rock Solid or something like that.
Yeah, Rock Solid was actually out there. It depends on the job. The job I'm on right now, Mount Carmel is on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it depends on, I don't know, who's cheaper or whatever like that. That Amazon job, we're the main contractor. Well, Clayco was the job contractor, but we were the main contractor. So we had to hire Rock Solid, then they had to hire N-Track to do the underground, and then so and so. We're part of the excavation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, because like you said, Kern's part of that dirt removal company now. So
yeah.
So you guys are all involved in that.
Yeah.
When you what is your title or what's your job?
I'm a Teamster. I'm 301 Teamster. So I mean, I mainly stick in a haul truck, but sometimes I'm on site. So I'll get in a water truck here and there. Sometimes getting a semi if the situation's right. But like I said, I was at Amazon in 2021 for about 2.5, 3 months. It was pretty busy. And then we also are the main excavating contractor at Facebook data center in DeKalb, which is a pretty big project that we started in 2021 that we broke ground with the scrapers, and it is a $700 to $800 million job.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's off of it's right over 88 off of Gurler Road, and it's Mortenson's big contractor there, and I mean it's dying down a little bit here and there, but because they're originally supposed to build 12 buildings, but they got 6 up right now, or 5 up right now, and they're supposed to build one more and break ground. We're supposed to break ground next year sometime. No one knows the time frame, and then they're supposed to buy property south and build the other 6. But yeah, right now they have all the buildings are pretty much completely built, but they have all the electricians working on them now. So everybody's union there. It's like go here. You got to go to the gate. You got to get a badge.
Punch your card in.
Yeah.
Tell them your social security number, your date of birth. If anybody wants to send that in on this podcast, you're more than welcome to send us in your social security number, your birth date, so on.
Yeah, they're pretty strict over there. Again, they do a meet and greet, and they tell everything what's going on the job site. So all the companies like Burger's out there doing it on their ground, and we all meet in a tent every morning when you got to work there, and we got to do stretch and flex. Yeah, so I was there, yeah, and then I ended up being there because we were busy in 2021, and then they wanted, and I ended up working all the way up till 2 days before Christmas. I got laid off for 2 weeks, and I came back January 6th, and we're moving. I mean, it wasn't 5 days, it wasn't 50 hours a week, but yeah, 20, 30 here. We're cutting dirt all January and February.
Hey, anything like that helps.
It's better than unemployment. Yeah. So we worked a Sunday here and there, and
so when you're in one of the dirt trucks and you're moving dirt, are you just moving it from one side of the site to the other side of the site?
It depends on where they want it. Sometimes like the Facebook project, like if you ever been down Gurler Road, all the way, they own the property all the way to 23, and Burger's moving dirt. Allridge was out there, so you had all these contractors, and we got a berm all the way probably from quarter mile from Gurler Road down to 23, and it's all like a big U, and it's probably about 2 million yards sitting out there.
Jesus.
So we had a dozer out there at Allridge would dump, and then
So you were literally pulling it from one and pulling it over to that berm?
They got a speed limit in there, so depending on the haul, it'd be about 20-minute round.
It takes that long, huh?
Yeah, because they got a speed limit in there. They got people driving around. You got to pay attention to stop signs. I know when you got 100 people, 200 people working.
Yeah, in a closed site, I guess you're right. It probably safety is going to be number one at that point.
Yeah.
That's just impressive that you guys moved. That is a hell of a lot of dirt. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah,
200 million or 2 million tons of dirt. Oh my God.
Yeah, we know how to move dirt, and then I was out there. I want to say I ran the water truck for a while in 2022, and then after we built the buildings, and then we were busy for a while here and there, and then the summer came around, and they were getting slow on building for a little bit. So
okay, so if you're running a water truck, what does that consist of?
Oh, it's pretty easy. Just go. My superintendent gives me a route, and he's like, just. Oh, well, so the truck I was running at the time was from Blocker, the company that we bought, and it was like an old haul truck side with the tank on the back. So it's like one of those Cats 345s with the side haul trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was an 8,000 gallon tank, and for like 2 months, we were sharing one. I was sharing one hydrant with with the landscapers, everybody there. So, I mean, for a while there, it's taking me like 40 minutes to fill up. So, I mean,
Jesus.
10-hour day, I'd probably only make 4 or 5 rounds, but.
So you're putting water down on the roads that are in there?
A lot, at the time, the building pads, all the building paid, like none of the steel was up. So they're pouring all the foundations and shit, and you're driving around dirt, and there's dust everywhere. So
that helps keep the dust down and everything else.
I mean, sometimes it's a pain in the ass because, you know, you got to watch out for everybody and then make sure. And then if someone's getting dusted, you know, you got Mortensen calling super like, hey. But it wasn't bad. So, yeah, I was running that around for a while. You know, I'd hop in a haul truck if they needed me or whatever. And then, yeah, at the time, you know, it was slowing down a little bit. And summertime, you know, my boss knows I like the overtime. So, yeah, he shipped me the other side of the company needed some drivers, and he sent me back to DeKalb, which we work at DeKalb every year. And then we had to dig a hole over there, but it wasn't as big, so we were out there for a little bit, and then where did I go?
Well, at least it's nice that you're sticking pretty local. Then it's not like
I haven't had to drive 40 minutes since I started.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
The farthest drive I had to do was Country Club Hills, but that was a Sunday. It was double time.
Yeah, you're going to be happy to drive that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that like most unions, you go where they tell you to go. And sometimes that's 2 hours away each way. And because that's where the work is, that's where the business is at.
Exactly.
So you got to go do what you got to do. And then, but with you, the way it sounds when you're just moving dirt at the site, and it sounds like your sites are relatively close.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we got a lot of stuff down south. Like, we got Joliet. They're in Joliet right now at the landfill, Layaway Road. And then we got some stuff in Yorkville. We had the job in McCook. But, like, all the employees are now current from that company. Like, no one quit. Just the old. They've been in business for 52 years, and the guy who inherited, the dad, he just wanted a retirement. So the kids, I think they signed a contract, and one of the kids, they work for us. One's a foreman, one's a GPS guy. So with the blockers. So a lot of the drivers, a lot of their employees, they're all from down south.
Gotcha. So when Kern bought that company, they kept everybody on. For those that wanted to stay.
Yeah, they had to sign there is a contract and stuff. I'm not sure what.
No. I don't expect you to know any of that. It's just good that Kern was like, hey, we're going to buy this, and we're going to keep all of you on who want to stay here.
Yeah.
This is the new contract. Look it over. I'm sure it's.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a fair contract. Yeah. I'm sure they're not out to screw anybody. Because, I mean, even at the township, we deal with Kern. We go over there to McHenry, and my commissioner likes their coal patch that's over there.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of coal patch and stuff from them, and their products are usually really good. Their help is always top notch. You know, I've got nothing bad to say about the business.
Yeah, I mean, we got guys out there paving. Right now, I'm working. I've been bouncing from Facebook, and then across the street they're building. We had an Amazon, so we got a lot of work on that road, and with the landfill down the street, and they're building what's called Supernova. It's like a meat processing place. It's a 2 or 3 year project. It's a $400 million project for this huge 2-3 story building.
$400 million.
Yeah, so it's good. Right now, we already got the pad set. You know, we just got done digging footings and stuff. And I mean, there's some stuff to do around there, but it's slowing down a little bit. And that's where I'm at right now.
So is that going to be like a slaughterhouse and the whole works?
I'm not sure. I think it's going to be like I don't know, like buckhead beef. I think it's going to be like I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think. What
was the name of that again?
It's called, the job site's called Supernova.
Wow.
I don't know what the name of the.
No, but you can probably look up the job site, via online and come up with what they're going to put there. But that's pretty cool if that's what they're going to do. So you've been working on some really cool projects then between the Amazon buildings and the Facebook data center.
Yeah.
And the Supernova. I mean, that's pretty cool to see that stuff just happen from the ground up.
Yeah. No, then all the, you got all the other contractors over there. You get to see a bunch of other cool stuff. We did a lot of linemen over there too, and Yeah, I mean it's not bad. I enjoy all the people I work with. I mean,
well, that's a big one right there.
Yeah.
If you can enjoy the people that you're working with, man, that makes going to your job a heck of a lot nicer. At least in my situation and things that I've found out in my life, man, when you like those people, it's like, hey, nobody wants to go to work, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that. But if you work with the right people, it's at least tolerable.
yeah, it's like my old man always told me. He's like, you like doing your job, and you like working with the people you're working with. You never really work a day in your life.
And he's right. I've always heard that too. You know, if you really love your job, you're not really working. But on the other hand, I've done a lot of jobs over the years that I never liked the job, right? Just never liked it.
Yeah.
It was just not, don't get me wrong. If I get asked to do a job, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I'm going to work my ass off for it. That's what I'm going to do. But man, the people that you work with sure does help that situation out.
I mean, sometimes you're not going to get along with everybody, and sometimes they got one guy no one likes, but
and
you just bite the tongue. And
that's anywhere, though, right? It doesn't matter if it's you probably got a close group of friends, and one of them people you're like, they're okay.
Yeah,
but they're always hanging around us, so we'll put up with it. You know, it's the same thing everywhere that you go.
Yeah.
But no, that's just that's a cool job, man. It's really a cool job that you got.
I mean, I've been there. It's my third season. I'm not sure how late I'm going to work this year. I mean, I'm hoping we got a big push coming, but I'm not sure here and there. We got some stuff that ain't signed yet that we might start in a couple weeks. So I'm hoping to go to Christmas every year, but so you got to prepare for the worst. Last year, like I said, I was in DeKalb, then Facebook DeKalb, and then I actually went up to Orchard Hills for a little bit up there in Rockford, the landfill up there.
So once that ground gets froze, that's when you guys are pretty well.
Yeah, pretty
well
much.
done.
Yeah, Christmas time. I mean, if we got work up until Christmas time, they'll keep us busy. But I mean, usually 1st of December. But I mean, like last year, I finished the year at Vulcan and Sycamore. We were there for a couple months, and we had to cut part of the hole out down about 300 feet. And
Jesus.
Yeah, we do layer by layer by layer, and we had four trucks, and then
so what do? Do you
we were
empty?
stockpiling it behind the scale house, like to the left, like under power lines. So we had to go under there, and then we stockpiled it over there. That's where they wanted it.
So what do? Do you empty all that out and then just take excavators down in there, or how do you dig that down?
We started with a dozer pushing a ramp down to the one level. I mean, it wasn't a whole big level, but it was time consuming. I mean, it took a couple months.
Well, 300 feet.
Once the dozer gets down there, we'll start stripping about I don't know, I want to say about 10, 12 feet, and then you will bring the excavator in there. We'll bring the trucks down there, and they'll come out, and then once they're done with a layer, we'll start with another layer, and then we'll just keep the ramp down there so they can get out of the hole.
Yeah, and go down as far as you need to go down.
It's actually pretty cool because we had to stop here and there because they were blowing. They had the pyrotechnics and they're blowing the rock, the wall out.
Oh, I bet that was cool.
I don't know if you've ever been to Vulcan and Sycamore, but
I haven't.
I've
been through
60,
it.
Yeah,
but I've never been
big
in
hole,
it,
dude. It's far. It's down there.
So what did they like drill holes and put dynamite in there and blow the shit up?
Yeah, so they can blow it and then they grab the loader and then make material out of it.
That is awesome. Because I know that's how they used to do. I don't know if they still do it that way, but when they started making roads, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 years ago, and they're like, oh, hey, instead of going over this mountain, we're going to go through this mountain.
Yeah.
So they just make a hole and they start blowing shit up to make a big void in there to create a road. I didn't know if it was the same way with when you're digging down like that,
Yeah, well, we're just doing a portion of it. I mean, we're up by the scale house when you pull, and they just wanted like this cut. and it was the best way for us to do it.
Well, that makes perfect sense. It really does. Them big excavators down there, and I'm assuming the excavators they're using aren't no mini excavator that you can rent up here at John Deere.
We're big. I want to say we're like up there with the top customer for Westside John Deere.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you're getting some of them big doggers then.
Yeah, we got a lot of 350s, 490s, 470s. We mainly have John Deere, but we got Cat too, and Blocker was a big Cat. They got a lot of Cat products, but yeah, no. Lately, I've been in a John Deere haul truck. I mean, it's all right. I think Cat's got more power, but
to each their own.
Yeah, it depends on where you're going. Like, there's sometimes where we're going through wet shit at the landfill, and you straddle your tracks, but you'll get stuck here and there. And
now, do those trucks, they got 6-wheel drive on those?
Yeah.
So the front axle spins too.
Oh yeah. The John Deere's, if you dump in a certain tilt, they won't dump, so you don't tip over. But
that's safety.
Yeah.
So how old are the trucks that you're driving? Are they
a couple of years? Not that old. I mean, I think when they started Facebook, they bought like 8 brand new ones. So.
And they're all automatics, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. No, they're nice. They're all 350s, I think, or 360s. So yeah, and then
those sumbitches are huge.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's all about 40 ton of load. So.
And you got what? 10 steps to get into the friggin' cab of it?
Yeah. They're not bad. Like I said, they got heated seats. They got Bluetooth radio. Air conditioned seats.
So you're comfortable.
Oh yeah. I bring my Bluetooth, and sometimes that radio don't work. I got a big Bluetooth speaker and my phone charger. So
when they move those trucks, I mean, I'm assuming they don't move those trucks very often, correct?
A lot. Yeah, actually a lot. I mean, we got about 4 or 5 lowboy drivers. And then we got one of Blocker's little boy driver too. And then I mean, if we can't move it, you have Catton or somebody will come move it.
Do they just drive it back onto a lowboy and say that's it? They leave the tires and everything on it? Because I mean, that's got to be over width, over height, over length, everything,
actually,
isn't
they
it?
fit right on our lowboy. They just stick out about 2 feet.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now we haul everything on the lowboy.
Well, yeah, I was imagining that you did. I just was like, dang, some of those big trucks like that, when you're in there, it's like,
yep.
I can't believe those were just back around a lowboy and, okay, let's go.
Yep.
That's awesome.
No, it's pretty
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah, because you don't see that stuff very often. For the normal person that doesn't pay attention, because in today's world, everybody's in a hurry, right? So it's, I need to get from point A to point B, driving down the road to get there. Where if you stop and turn your head and look once in a while, you can see some of this stuff, and it's really cool stuff.
Right.
It just is, from the excavators to the trucks that you drive into the semis that are hauling it all out. It's just awesome stuff.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
And you get to see it all. I mean, firsthand. You wake up in the morning, you get there and start the truck and make sure everything looks and runs good, and you get to see all these bulldozers and excavators work hand in hand. And that's just...
Nah, it's pretty
awesome.
cool, especially, I mean, when out at that Facebook data center, man, you got low boys coming in and out of there, pulling shit in and out of there every day.
And I'm sure the people that you meet, whether it's the excavators or the delivery drivers or the drivers that are taking stuff out all the time, it's good to have that network.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Because you probably can call them boys up at any point in time and say, hey, let's go grab a beer after work or whatever, and everybody's kind of in for it.
And then, my dad's been a local trucker around here 45 years.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he worked for Terracotta. You probably don't remember Terracotta, but they're out of Crystal Lake. They're in business for a long time, and then they went out of business, and Sunset, Donnie Mueller, bought him out, and he's been working for them for about 23 years, so...
Wow.
When you're out in a construction site, and then my brother being with Kern for, about 14, 15 years. So, no, it's everybody pretty much knows everybody,
And that's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, right. Sometimes it could be, yeah, exactly.
That's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's good to know everybody on the job. It's good to know all these people. But, man, when you screw up, everybody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, wrong, or otherwise.
When you're on a job site, meaning they're bringing stone in left or right, and depending on who's the trucking company, you see all your dad's old trucking buddies, coming in and out every day, 20 times a day. So,
is your dad still driving?
Yes, he is still driving. I think he's gonna do one more year, and then he might semi-retire. He's gonna,
I've heard that before.
Yeah, he's got a company that might buy a little boy in a truck, and he might drive for them, and then he might sell his shit.
That works.
Take the winters off, and then work a couple more years and call it.
Hell yeah, for 45 years. Or, right, 45?
Yeah. Man, about 47 since he's been 18. At his CDL.
Good for him.
Worked at Allen's Corners, was a shop mechanic guy in high school, and then out of high school worked there for a year, then went and got a CDL.
Yeah, in today's world, it's especially in the state of Illinois, getting a CDL is not easy.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, I just went through. I was telling you earlier before we got on air here. I went through that class that now they're making it mandatory for basically there is a clause that you don't have to go through this class to get your CDL, right? They got what they call, I think it's a mentor clause or something like that. But the person's got to have their CDL for, don't quote me, 5 years. But then they got to turn in all your hours to the state if you don't take this class. And you got to have so many hours of observation, so many hours of yard work, so many hours of driving, blah, 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 blah. Who in their right damn mind is going to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
No.
So you're better off just to go to the class, take it. It's expensive. I know it is. But they teach you everything you need to know about passing the test.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah, no, I've driven here and there. I've driven on the road a few times with my dad, and I've driven a semi in a gravel pit moving gravel and stuff. So, yeah, one of these days, like you said, my union offers a free class, but it's in Joliet this year, so I might wait and see where a better, closer opportunity is.
It's possible. It's possible. What is that? Is that like a month class or something then down there?
I think it's like 4 or 6 weeks. It's we got a training center down there in Joliet.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, yeah. for Kern themselves?
No, for my union.
Oh, for the union does. Yeah. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's probably a hell of a lot cheaper to do that then.
Oh, it's free.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just...
yeah, you got to drive to Joliet.
Free to drive to Joliet every day and back.
That part would suck. Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
I mean, if it was like Crystal Lake or Rockford or something, be a different story.
Well, I had to go to Crystal Lake every day for, what was it, just over 4 weeks.
So where'd you go, to Eagle?
Yeah, I went to Eagle over there.
Yeah, that's where our old gravel pit's at.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're located... The main
whole thing was ours, where Arrow Road's at and Sunset.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm sure there's good fishing in those.
Yeah, I mean, Donnie owns all that property. Yeah, he let me fish there for a while at his gravel pits. Like the one in Marengo is like 90 feet deep.
No kidding.
Yeah, because they got a dredge in there, consolidated, but he said no one could go fishing there anymore because of insurance policies.
Of course.
Yeah.
Goddamn insurance.
Yeah.
Probably some good lake trout or something in there, I would think.
Oh, yeah. No, that's, I worked for him for a couple of years and stripping, doing what I'm doing now, but I wasn't in the union making peanuts. But, yeah, no, we were stripping right out there in Marengo, dude, and he's got a nice lake. I think it was Griebel's old pit that he bought out there and right off of 23, but I've been in there in a couple of years, but last time I was there, man, it's a big, there's some good fish.
I bet there is. Yeah, but Eagle Training, those guys are great over there. They really are. They, like I said, they teach you the right way. They teach you how they want it. They teach you how to pass the test, and they teach you the right way to do things. I can't say enough bad things about them, really.
Yeah.
It was a great opportunity. I'm glad I took the opportunity to go get that done. But it's just if anybody's looking to get their CDL, I would recommend looking them up and going that route because, like I said, they're good guys over there. They know what they're talking about. I mean, the one guy's been trucking. He's 72, and he's the same thing. He got his license at 18, so he's been trucking for a long time, and he can tell you all the tricks of the trade that you need to know, and that's just cool.
Right.
That's just cool.
Yeah.
Well, I need to take a quick bathroom break, and then we'll get back to it. This podcast episode is sponsored by Dan's Diesel Performance. If you're looking to improve your truck's performance, efficiency, or appearance, check out Dan's Diesel Performance. They manufacture turbochargers, fuel injectors, fuel pumps, transmissions, intake piping, and much, much more. Plus, they offer all the top brands in the diesel industry. They're located in Machesney Park, Illinois. Visit their website at dansdieselperformance.com or give them a call at 815-977-5865. So you asked me if I got my own radio show. The answer is no, I do not. I do not have my own radio show. I have had people say, hey, you got the voice to be in radio. You got the personality to be in radio. The thing about radio is you have to abide by their rules. They're going to push whatever music they want to push. If it's a music radio, if it's talk radio, they're still going to push their agenda. They're still going to tell me what I can and can't say, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Here, I got the freedom to say basically whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
We can talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about, whether that's your job at Curran, you want to talk about going to the gym, you want to talk about politics, I don't care. We can talk about any of that here because I don't have an agenda, right?
Yeah.
My agenda is to have folks like you come over, sit down, talk about your job, talk about your passion, talk about your career, to open people's eyes up when they're driving down the road to look for these things.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's important because guys like you're building America. Whether anybody wants to not agree with that, agree with that, you're helping mold and build jobs in America. And to me, that's very important.
Yeah.
Because with all this stuff going overseas and has gone overseas, man, to see Facebook building here in Illinois, see Amazon building in Illinois, it's like, okay, well, Illinois, as much as I hate Illinois, they're doing something right to bring these big businesses in here.
Yeah, and it's creating jobs.
Exactly. Not only is it creating the jobs for the guys like you that are building and molding and doing all of this stuff, it's also going to create the jobs once they have the building up and going. It's also going to create all those jobs for those people as well. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we're not doing that more in the United States. I can't believe that it's so cheap to ship our products overseas, get them built, to ship them back from overseas, and then to make a profit. Why can't we just do that here?
Right.
I know they're probably paying sweatshops and shit over there, $5 a day to build whatever the heck they're building, but the freight each way is not cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
So to have to bring guys like you in and to build America back up, I do think it's awesome. I really do. And I'm glad we got guys like you that are willing to put in the long hours and the hard work. Because construction is just like farmers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You got windows, right? Your window could be from March to Christmas. It could be from April to November. It just depends on Mother Nature, especially up here with what we're doing. So you got a limited time to get what you can get done.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good for those guys to keep you guys employed and keep you guys working hard. And I'm sure you don't mind, being in a union. Unions,
no,
it's a
it's
great
not
thing.
too bad. No.
That's a great thing.
It's good. I mean, the Teamsters ain't the greatest. My dad was a Teamster and kind of screwed him out of some retirement time. But, I mean, we had to sign the 4-year deal. And, I mean, the dues are a little bit outrageous quarterly. But, I mean, my insurance, I just went and just got my fucking teeth cleaned and, looked at. And then I got them cleaned. I haven't been a dentist in like 8 years. But I brush my teeth a lot. I take care of my teeth. And the guy said, I couldn't believe it. The guy said there is no problem. I'm like, really? He's like, you want me to lie to you? And then I have my wisdom teeth. He's like, you don't need to pull them. I figured fucking it'd be like, I thought it'd be like $1,000. I went in there. He was in there for like an hour and a half. Well, he took pictures of all my teeth at first, and I came back and cleaned my teeth. But now it's like only like $400, and I think my deductible is $12.
Wow.
Which ain't bad. I mean, everyone said Teamsters. Yeah. Everyone said Teamsters insurance sucks. I mean, I got my brother's a 1035. I got also a bunch of 150 buddies, but yeah, no, my quarter dues just went up, but we just signed, like I said, we just signed a 4-year deal. We're somewhere around 45 right now. We get a $1.80 raise every year for the next 4 years. So.
Good for you guys. You know, the big thing that everybody's got to remember, if you're not in a union, it's free. It's a free for all, right? So I mean, I've never been in a union, and my previous job, my health insurance was absolutely garbage. It was garbage.
You guys are in the union at the township, right?
We're not.
Really?
No, we're not.
I'm surprised Kern sells you coal patch.
Why do you have to be a union in order to?
I don't know. My buddy, out in Belvedere, he works for a non-union company. It may be because you're a township.
Yeah, we're a municipality, so we're still government.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, we used to buy it off them. They won't sell it to us or like asphalt. I'm like, why? Because they're non-union. I'm like, no shit.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, well, being a municipality, I would imagine that's the reason why.
Yeah, exactly.
We can get it and normal people can't. But the big thing about a union is you still have the union backing you.
Yeah.
You still have the union fighting for you. When you work for a normal Joe Blow company, you don't have that. Yeah. You have, if they have an HR department, that is your person that's going to fight for you or back you. If they don't have that, it is what it is. They can fire you for any reason whatsoever. They can, you looked at me wrong today, you're out. Well, that ain't right either. Now, the one bad thing I will say about a union is they will also fight for the people that shouldn't be fought for.
Right, exactly.
And that can be an issue too. My dad's part of the he worked for Chrysler for 30 years, so he's got the automotive union behind him. And
hold on a second there. I'm going to go use the bathroom.
Go ahead. But yeah, so he was part of the he worked for Chrysler, so he was part of the automotive union over there, and he told me some stories of guys that he's like, man, the union's fighting for these guys, and he says, they really shouldn't be, because whether they're on drugs and they're not showing up to work on time, but the union's got to fight for them. They fight for everybody equally, which I guess is a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah,
but then you said somebody over there, right?
No, my sister's boyfriend worked at Chrysler in Belvedere for 9 years, and last year he didn't make the cut. They laid off a bunch of people by like 6 months, so he transferred up to Port Hebron. Well, that's fucking on the border of Detroit. It's right by Canada's Bridge.
Oh, it's way up there then.
Yeah, I've been up there working. I've never been so... Yeah, my sister's kind of like, they got a place kind of like right by the river, beach, and and they just, I think the whole country, Chrysler's on strike right now.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they've been on strike for like the last week and a half, and my dad told me like 30% raise.
Yeah, I heard like 48% raise.
That's fucking insane.
That is insane. It's
Dude,
like, come on.
They make like $32 an hour right now.
You guys make more than most people in the United States do. It's just like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really talked to my sister about it, but he's getting like $500, I think, a week for strike pay or something. But
imagine that, huh? Still on strike and still getting paid.
Yeah, I mean, my sister's a stay-at-home mom and they got a kid, so I don't think that's very much, but
it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know if I go on strike, I know how much I'm getting.
Yeah, right.
Zero.
Exactly.
But they, but anyway, yeah. So all these union, but Belvedere, they actually closed that plant per se. It's not even operational anymore, from what I understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They straight up closed that baby right down.
Oh, because that's where he worked at, and then I heard they kept like a certain amount of workers at.
Maybe they did just to finish whatever they needed to finish over
Probably.
there. But other than that, they say that it's shut down, and I know Pritzker said some things about, we need to get this facility back up and running, or we need to do something with it to make it. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes. Welcome to the world we live in, right?
Yep, exactly.
Well, Chad, we might as well wrap this bad boy up.
Alrighty, man, and thanks for inviting me out here.
Sure, thanks for coming. Appreciate you taking the time and coming over, having a couple of beers and talking about Kern. That's pretty cool stuff what you guys do over there.
Yeah, maybe I'll get back on here at the end of the season or something here when I get laid off.
Well, time will tell, won't it?
Yeah, right. Well, hopefully it's a couple months, man.
Yeah, over after Christmas, right? Beginning of the new year or something.
So.
Chad, good to see you, bud.
Yeah,
you take
too,
care
man.
of yourself.
Thank you.